What's going on, guys? You guys are tuning into the Night Crew podcast. I don't have a jingle yet. We're still waiting on it, but gosh dang it, I want you guys to enjoy this ghost with me. Sour green apple, 200 milligrams of caffeine. And working nights, this is a go-to. Let's go!
It's the Night Crew. Don't know where we're going. The Night Crew. Don't know where we've been. It's the Night Crew. Don't know where we're going. It's the Night Crew. The Night Crew. For the people that make it.
What's going on, guys? You guys are tuning into the Night Crew podcast. Today, we're on episode 1, Guardians of the Night. And who are the Guardians of the Night? The Guardians of the Night refers to private security teamed individuals who work through late hours to protect homes, businesses, evacuated areas from potential looting or additional hazards. Now, these Guardians would patrol darkened neighborhoods, maintain checkpoints, and coordinate with local law enforcement or fire personnel to ensure safety and security. And those Guardians of the Night are the private security officers that are out there sitting in front of these 20, 30 million, $50 million homes, protect these homes from these would-be looters and thieves and trespassers and vandalizers, everything. As of today, nearly 130,000 people have been ordered to evacuate their homes. Okay. And in the Palisades and Altadena area, fires have burned a combined 35,000 acres and destroyed more than 12,000 structures, and at least 25 people have died. And that number is set to rise after all this stuff is said and done. Wow, that's nuts. Doing a lot of there's been a lot of politics involved into this. You know, of who could have. Why didn't so and so do this? Why didn't so and so do that? Why is the whatever? It's all kind of stuff going on. You know, and everybody's sitting there pointing the finger. You. Gavin Newsom, damn your beautiful damn hair. Your damn hair, Joe, set the damn cities on fire. I said it. Now, it's very, very unfortunate because just 2 weeks ago, State Farm and many other insurance companies fled California and said, I'm sorry, we can't help you guys out anymore. And 2 weeks later, these damn homes are getting destroyed. And with all of this, there's been 60 arrests that have been made that pertain to these fires. Some of it's looting, some of it's trespassing, some of it's flying their drones. It's a little bit of a lot of combinating things, but a lot of it has to do with looting. You know, and private security companies have been overwhelmed and slammed due to the urgent need of protection. These homes are sitting ducks. They're vacant. They've been evacuated. Unfortunately, law enforcement ain't worried about little Susie Ann's damn $20 million home. Okay. Law enforcement is worried about making sure everyone's evacuated, making sure everyone got the hell out. Susie Ann is like stuff. She has a lot of nice stuff. And she does not want her stuff to be looted by these would-be looters. Who does Susie Ann call? What do you call Susie Ann? Not State Farm, because Jake left. Went to Texas. Damn you, Jake. No, she's calling private security. She's calling private security because no one else is going to sit in front of her damn house and protect it. Now, to the upside, there's also a downside. A lot of private security companies can't get up there to sit in front of their homes. Some private security companies have contracts in the Palisades and aren't able to get to work because law enforcement's telling them they can't. So who's in there? NASTEC. Word on the street. They have law enforcement officers that work for them off duty. So I'm going to have to say this, but There's a lot of politics involved. You can come, you can't come. We don't know you, but you can come in. You can't. Okay, it's not even straight down the board. It's like, if we know you, yes. If we don't know you, get the hell out of here. Credentials, I don't care. We don't care. So, because some of these security companies aren't able to get inside, who's protecting them? The security companies that were able to get inside because they had certain credentials, or they have certain officers that work for them off duty, and it allows them, and they somehow got access. As I can remember, as private security, we're considered citizens and not first responders, so we should all be treated down the same line. If you're a law enforcement officer, and you're working private security, yeah, at that point you're a citizen as well. You're just off duty. I don't know how this stuff works. And crimes typically surge during these natural disasters, for a variety of reasons. It goes from diminished law enforcement presence to community disarray. Okay. And when I say diminished law enforcement presence, it's law enforcement's not, they're not really responding to homes being looted. They're not responding to some guy, on top of their roof. They're not responding to things like that. They're responding to the safety and security of the people, to make sure that people get out alive. They're not worried about your stuff. It ain't their stuff. They don't care. Private security cares. I care about little Susie Ann's stuff. I care about that $20,000 art piece that she has in her living room that hasn't been burned yet. I care. I love her. She's a great client. But we have a lot there. But when there's these natural disasters, and there's just that disarray where law enforcement just scattered everywhere. They're one thing that they're not quite worried about. They're not worried about the crime. Okay. They're using all their force to make sure people are safe, are heading in the right direction. And the fire department's also doing the same exact thing. And so no one's paying attention to all the other stuff going on. If you guys remember the George Floyd riots, God dang, I'm so tired of referring to George Floyd. But doing the BLM protests, had all these damn terrorists going out there destroying their city.
Oh! Oh my God, dude. Hey, look at the gas prices. Whoa. Oh, people are scattering. They just broke in there, and there's a homeless guy just sleeping there. The scooter gang!
You guys remember LA? Dodgers won. And they decide to celebrate by looting. I don't know how to get it. Why? Because there's disarray. Law enforcement was sitting there trying to block people off while everybody else was around the corner busting through stores and businesses. And when this stuff happens and when things are disarray, who do people call? Private security. Okay? Private security. What is private security going to do? They're going to sit in front of your damn house. Okay? They're going to watch to make sure people, these would-be criminals, are not going to sit there and take from you. Take from the residents. And is all that we're doing is just stopping people from looting? No. You have to take Black Knight Patrol for an example. They're out there. They're doing it. They're handing out water. They're bringing their truckloads in, and they're using all their resources to make sure that these cities have what they need. And I think it's beautiful. It's nice. I love it. And they're not there just taking their money. They're servicing because people are in need. And I think that's very, very admirable. God, admirable. For someone to do and to put the needs of other people first. You know, instead of putting their hand out and saying, give me money. I love that for them. And I believe a security company out there, Gate Security, is hiring for security. $30 an hour, I think, maybe. Quote me. But they're hiring. So if you guys live in the area, or you guys out of the area, you guys looking for a job, because I guess stop calling me. You guys can go out there and you guys can go help out and serve a purpose. I think it's amazing. So what is looting? You know, sometimes you see it. You don't see it too often, but every time there's some sort of a natural disaster, or people are just all hell's broken loose. Better way of saying it. You're going to see that people are using this as their advantage. These criminals. And looting is burglary or theft of an abandoned property. Often homes or businesses. And when people have to evacuate or have to leave their belongings behind, it makes the first responders and the focus on rescue and recovery. And criminals see it as an opportunity, and they steal valuables or supplies. You know, they're opportunistic people. They see the opportunity, they go for it. They said, oh, no cops, say less. I love it. And so that's where private security comes in. They say, all right, well, you know what? That's going to prevent somebody from looting this house. As you imagine, there's $20 to $50 million homes that are just sitting there like ducks because the homeowners can't get to their homes because they're not allowed to. And law enforcement is not letting anybody get up there. And so some places have private security that are able to get up there. Not all, but some are able to get up there, and they're able to protect those homes. Same thing happened in George Floyd. You know, they hired you had people calling private security, say, "Hey, I need you guys to sit in front of my business. These knuckleheads are gonna try to bust my windows." So when it comes to natural disasters, private security is the go-to service. You know, I just kind of wish people give us a little bit more high fives. Another thing you're probably going to see during these natural disasters, you're going to see the price gouging. This dramatic and unethical inflation of price. People get greedy. Some of these gas station owners are going to start charging more. These hotels are going to raise their price due to high demand. People are going to go to their Walmarts and they're going to just Costco's and they're going to take all the damn water and they're going to go sell it on the street for $5 a pop. Because they're taking advantage of someone else's disarray, someone else's loss. People are taking advantage of it. Sucks, man. That's and unfortunately those are just things that you just can't get out of. You can't get away from. Okay, you're thirsty, you want water, well shoot. You can't. No one else has water. You got to go buy it. There's $5. Here you go. It's not even cold either. Room temperature. You're gonna do a lot of frauds and scams. You know, if you guys remember during Hurricane Katrina, even the BLM protests, you had a lot of people that had these disaster relief scams. These fraudsters that are posing as charity organizations or government agencies to collect donations, or they want to collect sensitive information from you, like, oh, sir, what is your social security number? Oh, it's good. Why? You're also going to see a lot of contractors scamming. You're going to see people showing up in these contractors' little outfits and say, "Hey, my name is Suck It Easy Joe. I can fix your house, and we do repairs or we do rebuilding services." And they take down these large down payments, and sometimes they do part of the work and they dip, or they just take these large down payments and they live, and they never show up. And then when you call them, it's a doo-doo-doo. I'm sorry.
You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this record.
And then you start dealing with identity theft. You start seeing a lot of it. And it's these criminals that are looting these homes, are using lost and stolen personal documents. So you imagine these $20 million homes, there's a lot of information in there. Hope not, but there's the driver's license, passports, financial documents, anything with their name, social security number on there, anything like that, and they're gonna use it to fraudulently obtain benefits, or they're gonna use it as credit card fraud. And a lot of times when you have to leave, you can't sit there and sort out what you can bring with you. You just have to leave, and so people take advantage of that too. And if I think it's been happening already, but cyber attacks, and what that is it's people that are phishing through email and text messages, and then often these urgent disasters or related messages are designed to trick victims into giving up personal information. So obviously, if and this is like usually this you normally would get from people that have had their houses burned down, right? And at that point they're just desperate for anything, and people use these people's desperosity to take advantage of it. And because people are so much more vulnerable, and these criminals use their fears for information and resources. They use their fears to be able to gather for these people that are needing for information or resources. Excuse me. Yeah. And then obviously you have the trespassing and vandalism. Got a lot of looky-loos. People that want to check it out. Vandalize. Scribble, draw on their walls. And usually what that is you get a lot of unlawful entry into evacuated areas or damaging properties. And these people are usually thrill seekers, okay? Or they have a destructive purpose. Now, obviously, tagging. They want to tag. They want, I want to put my tagging name on this wall. And people usually use it because there's not a lot of people around. No one's going to be sitting there, calling about, hey, this guy's tagging on the wall, because they're evacuating people to get out. So no one's going to be, you're not going to get someone to show up in a decent amount of time to someone that's scribbling on someone else's wall. Adult drawers. Okay. And that's just one of those things where, when it comes to these fires and it comes to natural disasters, this is where private security really, really shows their true colors. Okay. And we are the guardians of the night, and we are the ones that are going to be there and that are going to sit in front of your home at night to ensure that no one is looting or taking advantage of you or your property. And those are important things. And I think we forget about the importance of private security. And yes, we're not law enforcement, but guess what? When it comes in times of needs, we are definitely the guardians of the night. We are the watchmen, and we are the ones sitting in front of your properties, ensuring that no one is going to be looting from your business or your home. Okay. Guys, this is real. A little short podcast introduction. Things are gonna be changing some more. As time goes on, you can start adding a little bit more. If you guys work the nights, you guys are night crew workers, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to learn about your industry that you're in. It doesn't matter if you work private security. You guys work private security, you guys work warehouse, you guys are truck drivers, anything where you guys work nights, I'd love to hear from you. So message me, get a hold of my management team. I'm just kidding. But if you guys like this podcast, please like, share, subscribe. We're gonna get into a lot more. Someone's been sending me videos of this knucklehead, and I gotta talk about him. So, all right, guys, it's been real. You guys have been tuning in to the Night Crew podcast, for the nights are dark and full of terrors. Let's go!
Night is dark and full